Can you still recognize the women who once lit up the screen with timeless charm? They were elegant, celebrated, and unforgettable. But time moves gently, and so did they. Now, years later, some still carry that familiar glow. Others have changed in ways that may surprise you. We'll show you their 2025 look and give you 5 seconds to guess who they are. Think you'll remember them all? Let's begin. She starred as Kelly Garrett, the calm and intelligent angel who led with quiet confidence. Now 78, Jaclyn Smith lives in California and runs a lifestyle-focused fashion brand. She played Wonder Woman, a courageous champion who stood for justice and compassion. Now 72, Linda Carter lives in Maryland, performs music, and supports wellness-focused programs. She starred as Crystal Carrington, a graceful wife in a world of rivalry. Now 81, Linda Evans lives quietly in Washington and writes about well-being. She played Solitaire, a quiet advisor torn by duty. Now 73, Jane Seymour splits time between California and the UK, painting and acting. She starred as Jenny Hanley, a graceful and calm presence. Now 67, Bo Derek lives on a ranch and supports animal and veteran programs. She played Chris Monroe, the cheerful new angel. Now 73, Cheryl Ladd lives in California and works on TV and family projects. She starred as Judy Benjamin, a sheltered woman facing tough lessons. Now 78, Goldie Hawn runs a youth wellness nonprofit and lives with Kurt Russell. She played Norma Ray, a strong-willed worker who sparked change. Now 77, Sally Field still acts and lives near family in California. She starred as Gail Burke, an explorer in a deep-sea mystery. Now 79, Jacqueline Bisset lives in the English countryside and acts in international films. She played Diana Christensen, an ambitious TV executive chasing success. Now 83, Faye Dunaway lives in Los Angeles and keeps a low profile. She played Janet, a quiet woman pulled into a strange journey. Now 78, Susan Sarandon still acts and supports community efforts. She played Dwan, a clever young woman on a wild expedition. Now 75, Jessica Lange lives in New York and works in television. She played Carrie White, a misunderstood teen facing challenges in school and at home. Now 74, Sissy Spacek lives in Virginia and occasionally returns to acting. She played Elaine, a kind co-worker, balancing life and work. Now 72, Marilu Henner stays active in entertainment and health education. She played Joan, a romance novelist pulled into a real-life adventure. Now 69, Kathleen Turner teaches acting and still performs in stage productions. She played Morticia, the elegant and composed matriarch of a very unusual family. Now 72, Angelica Houston continues working in film and voice narration. She played Sarah Connor, a determined woman navigating a dangerous future. Now 67, Linda Hamilton lives in New Orleans and appears in action and science fiction series. She played Inga, a cheerful and loyal assistant in a classic horror comedy. Now 76, Terry Garr lives in California and appears occasionally due to health concerns. She played Marion, a brave and quick-witted partner in a global adventure. Now 72, Karen Allen runs a textile studio and appears in select film roles. She starred as Rizzo, a confident student navigating friendship and reputation. Now 80, Stockard Channing resides in the UK and continues working in theater and film. She played Susie Banyan, a dance student uncovering strange secrets abroad. Now 75, Jessica Harper lives in California and works as a writer and occasional actress. She played Elaine, a calm and quick-thinking flight attendant in a comedy classic. Now 69, Julie Haggerty continues acting in lighthearted shows and family films. She played Valine, a resilient woman starting over. Now 80, Joan Van Ark lives in California and still appears occasionally on screen. She starred as Pamela Barnes, a thoughtful figure in a high-powered Texas family. Now 74, Victoria Principal runs a wellness company and has retired from acting. She played Agent 99, a clever and capable spy in a classic comedy series. Now 91, Barbara Feldon lives in New York and enjoys a quiet private life. She played Sergeant Anderson, a determined investigator working in complex criminal cases. Now 92, Angie Dickinson lives in Beverly Hills and enjoys a quiet retirement. She starred as Alice Henderson, a character navigating ambition and uncertainty. Now 87, Diane Cannon writes and occasionally participates in creative workshops. She played Tiffany Case, a character assisting in an international investigation. Now 83, Jill St. John lives in Colorado and enjoys a peaceful life with family. She starred as Cinnamon Carter, a skilled strategist in a covert operations team. Now 92, Barbara Bain lives in Los Angeles and occasionally attends public events. She played Maria, a caring teacher who brings music and change to a family. Now 88, Julie Andrews continues voice work and writes books for young audiences. She starred as Jordan Roberts, a professional navigating the pressures of high-level media. Now 74, Morgan Fairchild remains active in television and charity efforts. She played Sue Ellen Ewing, a figure balancing personal challenges within a powerful family. Now 83, Linda Gray lives in California and works occasionally in theater. She starred as Tiffany Wells, a calm and analytical member of the investigative team. Now 77, Shelley Hack works in global media projects and advocacy. She played Jennifer Hart, a globe-trotting partner in crime-solving. Now 81, Stephanie Powers focuses on wildlife conservation and nonprofit work. She starred as Dr. Taylor, a scientist who helps bridge the gap between eras. Now 72, Catherine Hicks lives in Los Angeles and participates in community theater. She played Ashley Pfister, a thoughtful figure who brought warmth to the series. Now 68, Linda Pearl continues performing and records music with a jazz ensemble. She starred as Elise Keaton, a devoted mother and architect. Now 77, Meredith Baxter lives in California and promotes education and awareness. She played Alice Johnson, an optimistic teacher working in a diverse high school. Now 76, Karen Valentine enjoys a quiet lifestyle and rarely makes public appearances. She starred as Officer Lewis, a dependable partner navigating a high-risk city assignment. Now 74, Nancy Allen lives in California and supports nonprofit organizations. She played Jenny Summers, a thoughtful newscaster in a fast-paced newsroom. Now 83, Mariette Hartley lives in Los Angeles and takes part in public wellness programs. She portrayed Zora, a character caught in a futuristic world of uncertainty and control. Now 78, Joanna Cassidy continues to act and supports animal care efforts. She starred as Jennifer Marlowe, a calm and organized employee in a lively radio station. Now 78, Lonnie Anderson lives in California and supports health awareness campaigns. She portrayed Pamela Tudsbury, a journalist documenting global conflict. Now 73, Victoria Tennant lives in Los Angeles, focusing on writing and personal reflection. She starred as Lambert, a careful space crew member facing the unknown. Now 74, Veronica Cartwright continues acting in independent films and lives near Los Angeles. She starred as Diane Freeling, a caring mother navigating a mysterious series of events. Now 75, JoBeth Williams supports young artists and lives in California. She played Ginger Grant, a glamorous star stranded on an island. Now 90, Tina Louise lives in New York and occasionally writes creatively. She starred as Charlene Frazier, a charming assistant with Southern flair. Now 72, Jean Smart remains active in television and has earned multiple awards. She portrayed Princess Vespa, a strong-willed royal with a modern twist. Now 61, Daphne Zuniga supports environmental causes and lives in California. She played Helen Chappell, an independent cafe owner, balancing dreams and challenges. Now 62, Crystal Bernard focuses on music and creative writing. She played Marcy Rhodes, a sharp-tongued and opinionated neighbor. Now 65, Amanda Bierce directs TV episodes and supports arts education.